What's up guys, it's Josh here from freemagiclive. Today I show you how to use magic to ask a girl out and get this kind of reaction. Check this out. Guys, what's up? What's up? Welcome to this video. Now, you saw in the preview, this is a great way to ask a girl out on a date or to a prom. And this video was sent in by Jerry Presley, who some of you might recognize from one of the previous freemagiclive competitions. He won the first competition with his performance. So this is a great way to utilize the forces that lie within a magician, so to speak, to reveal a message. What's nice about this video, now first of all, you can watch the full performance of that video here or in the links below. Go do that now. Okay, now that you've done that, or you just skipped ahead, you can go watch it later, please do. This is how it works. Now, it's utilizing the ability to, influence what card someone picks in 4 different ways, which is fun. It's a fun thing to practice doing that in 4 different ways. So I'm gonna run through the 4 ways, but also just a few little tips on the actual reveal as well. You'll notice that Jerry, he's awesome. He was a little nervous, so you could see, it took a little while to reveal the words and things like that, the letters, but totally understandable. It's not a small feat that you're accomplishing there, so of course you're going to take your time. I just found a few little tweakings to make this a little easier on you. So the first thing is this. Now, because I don't have the board game that Jerry had, which all the cards all had letters on them, it was a letter game, what I've done is taken 4 cards and just written on them. Now, he, in the instance, was asking a girl out to prom, so P-R-O-M, fantastic. Over here in Australia, we don't have, well, we don't really have a prom, ours is called a formal, which would be 6 letters. But for now, it could be the word date, or as I've gone with, the word kiss, okay? Because that's just as a harder question to ask for the first time, and so why not use that for a card trick as well? So I've just taken 4 cards. I took the 2s because they have a nice space in the middle to write something down. And what I've done to make this easy on myself is I've just, with that same Sharpie, just put a little dot in the corner of each card, and that is so I know the correct orientation, because they're all in the same corner, so I know that's the top of the letter. So that way it just saves that bit of awkwardness of having to look yourself before you flip it over and hope it's the right way up. So without further ado, let's run through the first force. Okay, so the 4 cards are sitting on top of the deck in the order of the word. Okay, so K is first. Now the first force, if you don't know it yet, it's called the slip force, okay, which looks like this. They take the first letter. Now what's happening here is your thumb, you're holding the deck in mechanics grip. I'm using my left hand, my index finger goes underneath to add a bit of pressure, and my thumb starts riffling down the side of the deck, and these 3 fingers are holding on to this top card. Because when they say stop, I'm going to grab the top portion of the deck, pull it up, and these 3 fingers are going to hold onto that top card, and it's going to slip out, okay? But you don't want to do it so obvious that they see that happen. So I tend to hold the deck this way to the audience's eye. So they say stop, I turn it this way, they see this card, as I pull it up, it slips out, and this stays there, so it looks like nothing happened. So from the spectator's view, they say stop, I go like this, take this card, okay? But from the revealed angle, it says stop, and then like that, okay? So that's number 1. Okay, so we have card number 1. I'm going to leave that here. Now you would leave it face down for now, obviously, and the spectator thinks, or the girl in question thinks that you're letting them make all the decisions. So it seems very random. And like in the video at the start, you would make a prediction, which I've just written down a question mark, okay, which I'm going to leave there. So number 2. Now number 2 is kind of fun. It It's not one that I use a lot, or I've even seen a lot, but it's one that's overlooked a little, I think. And it's this one here. So they say stop. Here, you pick up, and right where they've cut, you give them the next card. So similar to the first one, but you're doing it vertically. So when you pick up the deck like this, from behind, the top card, you're actually sliding down like this. Okay, so from this angle, you can't see anything. And now when you flick through the deck, you can literally stop anywhere. And when you pull this portion up, it goes like this. And then when you come down, the card collects back with the rest of the pack, and you can then peel off that card as well. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but just to make sure. Okay, so you're here, you're holding it about halfway in your palm, so you have enough room to slide this down and still hide it. And the action of that would be you bring it up like this, slide it down, and then you're ready to go. So there's not very much movement to be detected. Okay, so they're there, you bring it up, slide it down. Okay, I find it helps if you bevel the deck a little bit on an angle like this, going down towards the spectator, so that it's a little easier to flick through like this. You can play with that. So you flick through, they say stop. Do you want to go further? Because they can, they say stop, and then you very cleanly pick this up, square this card down, and go, look, this is the very next card you cut to, I'll leave that there. Now I can see the orientation on here, so I know that because the dot is facing up, it's actually facing me. So I'm just going to turn it around like this. Okay. Now the next one I used in a very recent video, and it's called the crisscross force. So you have the deck in one hand. I like this touch as well. If you have the deck in this hand, you have them cut the deck, and then you place this bottom half on top, pretending it is the top like this, and then saying, that was fair, great. I think Jerry even added a little time misdirection by saying, oh, your hands are sweaty, you must be nervous, just to make it forget which half went on top of which. And then by taking this off, you say, look, this is the next card you cut to. Okay, great, making sure that orientation is there. And then for the very last one, you're going to get the card to the bottom, and so you can do a double undercut if you want, or you can just simply shuffle a little bit. You can shuffle one card like that and just shuffle the rest off. That's pretty easy. That gets you there as well. It's probably the easier, less suspicious way. So if it's here, you just slip off the first card and then shuffle the rest. Pretty easy. And so with the last one, again, you're doing a bit of this one's got the glide move brought into it. So holding the deck this way, you can either with your hand slide this back, or just with these fingers you can pull it back yourself. But from the audience's member angle, you're doing this, sliding this card back, and now you're just with your fingers just grabbing the next card and just pulling it out until they say stop. Okay, so from their point of view, it looks like this. So I'll just keep taking cards out until you say stop. And of course, when they say stop, you guys already know this, but then when they say stop, the very next card is you grab that card, okay, and then you place it here, noticing where the dot is, right? And so now it looks very fair. You can say, look, you made all the choices here. If it's meant to be, it will be. And let's have a look now. Let me show you my prediction first. You turn this over, it's a question mark, and you might say, look, that doesn't really make sense until I do this. Okay, let me show you. And then hopefully she says yes. So that's it, guys. That's it for this week of the member video series. Let me know what you think below. Congrats to Jerry for putting this video out and for doing it for real, not just for a trick, but doing it for real and asking out a girl to prom. So good stuff. Remember, feel free to send in your own video submission. The details on how to do that will be below, and I have received some interesting ones so far. So keep them coming, very cool. And guys, I will see you in another video. Take care, have a good weekend or weekday, depending on when you're watching this, I will see you later.